Hello everyone, thanks for joining me again today, and what we want to talk about are the many benefits of an FHA loan, and I'm going to cover 13 of them in this video, and also we'll link to the full article down in the description and in the first pinned comment. And if you'd like to get pre-approved, you can do that there. Now there may be some more benefits that you could think of and that I'm sure I could think of, but I'm going to cover the top 13 that I believe are the most important. So the first benefit of an FHA loan is the fact that FHA loans have a low down payment. Other than a VA or a USDA loan that have zero down, FHA is the next closest with the smallest down payment at 3.5%. And that is if your credit scores are at least 580, then your down payment will be 3.5%. So the first benefit is a small down payment. The next benefit is that FHA loans allow for lower credit scores. So if your credit scores are as low as 500, you may be able to get approved for an FHA loan. Now, most lenders don't accept scores that low, but the FHA guidelines do permit it. And if you find the right lender, you can get approved for a purchase or a refinance, even with credit scores in the low 500s. The next benefit is that FHA loans allow for a higher debt-to-income ratio, a higher DTI, up to 56.9%, which is quite a bit higher than what you would get approved for if you were applying for a conventional loan. So with that in mind, an FHA loan, depending on the calculation of your mortgage insurance, with an FHA loan you may qualify for a higher loan amount than you would with a conventional loan, especially if you're putting less than 20% down with a conventional loan. Next benefit of an FHA loan is if you happen to be someone who has had a recent bankruptcy, the waiting period is shorter with an FHA loan than with a conventional loan. For example, you will only have to wait 2 years after a Chapter 7 discharge, and for Chapter 13 you can purchase a home or even refinance after you've made just 12 Chapter 13 bankruptcy payments. You don't even need to be discharged to do it. So a lot of people don't realize that. So there's an added benefit of an FHA loan. Another thing is that FHA guidelines permit down payment assistance funds to be used as your down payment in its entirety, or towards your down payment if you're only receiving a portion of the down payment needed from the down payment assistance program that you've applied for. So FHA loans are very down payment assistance friendly, and if you have that money coming from one of those programs, an FHA loan may be something you want to look at. Number 6, seller closing cost contributions. So a lot of individuals that apply for an FHA loan are struggling to find all the dollars that they need to close on the loan, whether it's the down payment and sometimes the closing costs. Well, with an FHA loan, if you're purchasing a home, the seller is permitted to contribute up to 6% of the purchase price towards your closing costs. So let's use very simple math. If you're buying a home for $100,000, they can contribute up to $6,000 towards your closing costs. Now, oftentimes your closing costs will not be 6%. It's likely going to be anywhere from 2 to 5. Well, if you're able to negotiate with the seller to still contribute the full amount of 6%, you can take the additional monies and ask your lender about applying that towards a rate buy down, which will help you tremendously over the coming years, where your payment would be lower and you'll pay less in interest. So that's a huge benefit there with an FHA loan. Co-signers and co-borrowers are allowed with FHA loans. So usually you'll end up with a co-signer if you don't have enough income to qualify for the mortgage that you're looking for. A co-signer is something that can be used with an FHA loan to help bring more income to the application. You are allowed to purchase multifamily homes with an FHA loan with only 3.5% down. And in some counties, the maximum FHA loan limit for, say, a 4-family home is well over $1 million. So imagine being able to purchase a home like that for over $1 million with only 3.5% down. That's pretty good. And on top of it, you can use the 75% of the income coming from the other units in the building that you're not living in towards your, use 75% of that income on your loan application as additional income for you when it comes to qualifying for the mortgage. So that's a giant benefit there. Another thing is that there are no prepayment penalties with FHA loans. So that's always great in case you don't live in the house for more than, at all, a couple of years, couple of months, or you want to refinance, you don't have a prepayment penalty. FHA loans, and number 10 here, FHA loans can be used to rehab a home. So whether you are buying it for the first time or whether you already own the home, you can either, when you're buying it or refinancing it, you can also borrow the additional monies needed to do the rehab or upgrades. It doesn't have to be something huge that needs to be fixed. Let's say you just want to paint the house and change the floors. You can roll that all into the mortgage with the FHA 203K rehab loan. We've got a video and an article about that too. Number 11, you can use an FHA loan to build your dream home. In fact, the FHA one-time closed construction loan can be used to, with just 3.5% down, you purchase the lot, and then at that same time you're closing on the construction loan, which is all wrapped into one loan. You get the home built, and it's the same loan that you keep after the home is built and you move in, and just continue making payments, and you don't have to refinance. So you're buying the lot at using your permanent loan that you're gonna have when you're living in the house later. Again, with only 3.5% down. Number 12, the rates are very competitive with FHA loans. Just like conventional loans, your rates are great. You can, especially if your credit scores are higher, it's really important to keep your scores up if you want to have a great rate. But regardless, you can get a great rate with an FHA loan. Even if your scores are lower, you're going to get a better rate with FHA than you would for, say, a subprime loan. With lenders that are offering subprime mortgages, their rates will be much higher than what you would get with an FHA loan. And finally, number 13 is availability. And I bring that up because virtually every lender in the business, not every, but the majority, do offer FHA loans. Your local bank offers FHA loans. They're easy to find. So if you're looking for an FHA loan, you can get it almost anywhere. However, like I mentioned before, and I've mentioned in other videos, not every lender is appropriate for you. Not every lender will accept your situation if you have one. If you've got great credit and everything like that, then I'm sure the lender that you're speaking with can help you. But if you've got any other issues, you've got lower credit, or if you're not sure you can qualify for the loan amount you're looking for, you have a recent bankruptcy, you want the rehab loan, there are a lot of things that all the lenders don't do. And if you, like I said, if you need a quote, we can help you with that. Just visit the link in the first pinned comment and also in the description. That's it for my FHA loan benefits today. If you have any questions, we'll gladly answer them for you in the comments down below. Thanks for watching, everyone. We'll see you next time.